keep your number on my phone? Should I keep it or let go? Keep your number on my phone. Why should I keep your number on my phone? Should I keep it or let go?
Hey happy homemakers, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a cleaning marathon. I actually used to do these every several months. I just was looking back. I didn't do one the entirety of this year. But regardless, this is just where I go through and compile a bunch of my older videos to make one really long video. I usually make them between 1, 2, or 3 hours long. This one is 2.5 hours long, so you guys can just put me on your screen, get to clean in, and we will get something done together. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let's get right to it.
So tenderly, I'm afraid that I might wake up someday. Sometimes I feel like I'm someone else. I don't really know if I can trust myself. When I think of who I used to be, my faith was lost, my hope was gone.
As you guys can see, I decided to do the laundry first with some mom life tasks mixed in, and then I was actually here trying to remember which way I was supposed to hang Aaron's shirt. I had to use a lot of brain power for that in that moment. But I do want to ask you guys to give this video a thumbs up. I am trying to get this video to 500 likes. Likes and comments really help my channel to grow, but I've realized recently I think likes seem to have the most weight right now with YouTube, because I had a video that actually got a lot of likes on it, and YouTube just kept pushing it and pushing out to more people. So I want to thank my existing subscribers that are here every single week, because you guys really are helping me to grow. And I did get a pretty big influx for my size channel anyway of subscribers recently. So welcome to all you new subscribers, and again, thanks to my existing subscribers, because you guys really are helping that to happen for me. But I did want to let you guys know, if you're new here, that my name is Christina, as you've probably already guessed. I'm mom to the 2 little toddlers that you see sitting behind you. Well, I guess they're not both toddlers. Kinsey is a toddler. Lex is technically not a toddler anymore, I guess, since she's 5, but Kinsey is 3, and they were just eating their breakfast and watching some cartoons while I got this done. You guys will probably hear them in the background of my voiceover. I used to do my voiceover 4, 5, 6 times to try to get it without them yelling in the background, and you know what? I have just given up for the time being. They're going to be in school this fall. Kinsey will be going part-time 2 days a week, and Lexa will be in kindergarten. So those will be the days when I have silent voiceovers. But for now, we're just working with what we got so that we can get content out to you guys every single week. Now, I did move to Michigan from Louisiana back in 2016, and we just moved to Texas at the end of February of this year. So we've had a lot of life changes. If you guys are new and you didn't know, that is just the quick rundown of everything. My husband Aaron and I have been married for 15 years. We were basically high school sweethearts. We met when he was in his first year of college and I was in my last year of high school. So anyway, all that being said, welcome. I'm so happy to have you guys here. I'm so excited for my channel to be growing, and I appreciate everyone who interacts with my videos every single week and the ones who continue to come back and watch. It really means so much to me. I'm super excited. You guys will probably be seeing this video a few weeks after I'm doing this voiceover, because I like to stay ahead on my videos, because life happens, and if I don't stay ahead, then I will miss a video. So I always stay ahead so I don't miss any videos. But you guys will probably be seeing this about a month later, but I hit 3,000 subscribers on July 15th. But I'm so excited to be hitting 3K and then hopefully hitting 5K before too much longer. Who knows? But by the time this video goes up, I'll be a lot further towards that goal. I've been just growing a lot faster here lately, so I'm really appreciative of it. And again, thank you guys for being here. Let's get back to the cleaning.
Wake up 2 p.m. I don't know where we are. Looks like a cheap motel with our clothes on the floor. I don't know how we ended up here. And we've been flying high. Are we going too far? I got no cash left and I'm losing.
So I actually got a late start on this day, and so as you guys can see, by the time I got around to this point, Aaron was home, and some items I had purchased for the pantry came in from Amazon, and the girls were super excited to open them up, and they wanted to help put them together. So Aaron was just helping them to put these together for me while I went ahead and started washing out the couple of items that I actually got for the pantry, new like containers. So I did several months back a pantry video, but it just wasn't quite done, and I told you guys in that video I was going to be adding to it. Now I think I finally have it how I want it, so I'm excited for you guys to see that video. It's a lot more aesthetically pleasing than the last one. I finally got labels for my containers in the pantry, which I have wanted for years and years and years, and I've just never done it. So anyway, stay tuned for that video.
I've been chasing you like the tail of a dog. I don't get no sleep when we kiss in the dark like we do. I just love the way it feels. Yeah, I know it's bad, but I can't resist. When I look in your eyes, I don't know what is real. All I know is that I could go anywhere as long as you're with me. Oh, I'm drunk and I know it, but I got you close and kinda hoping that one day we'll get the rhythm of it. Yeah, 'cause no one knows if we're just jumping out the window, try to cling on to it. You got me holding on to something I know I can burn me down, but I don't care about it, 'cause I got you close and kinda hoping that one day we'll get the rhythm of it.
So I had this Instant Pot insert, and I had been soaking it and scrubbing it over several days, and it just was not coming clean. So I decided to use the Barkeeper's Friend. That's usually like my go-to last resort when I can't get it clean with just regular dish soap. You guys will see in a moment, but that took care of it, and everything came right out with just a little bit of elbow grease. So I am going back and kind of listening to my voiceovers and noticing I sound very low energy today, and it's because I am. My family that I was cleaning up for on this day, I was preparing for my family to come, they just left this morning, and me and my sister stayed up last night late together. My dad was going to drive home, and so she and I wanted to stay up late and watch some movies and just hang out and have a little one-on-one time together. Anyway, we had a really fun time, but I am so exhausted today. We took the kids yesterday to the splash pad, and it was so hot. It was like 110, 112, and we were exhausted when we got back. Then we stayed up late. So yeah, I am definitely low energy today, and I can hear it in my voice. I was like, I'm trying to be more peppy, but I don't think it's coming across. So
yes, low energy today. I have Mackenzie napping right now, and I actually just want to go lay on the couch, but I'm trying to push through and get this voiceover done because we may be having to go out of town again, which brings me to my next point. I'm curious what you guys have done this summer. We have taken so many trips. If you've been following along, you know, but we are only like 8 hours away from our family now instead of like a 2-day drive, like 16, 18, 20 hours away. We're only 8 hours away. So yeah, that has been really nice, but it means that I've been going home a lot. People have been coming up a lot. It's been really fun. We've taken a couple of fun weekend trips to see friends and family, and we have just been slammed all spring and summer. The 5 months since we moved to Texas have been the craziest of my life, but I think we're just making up for the 6 years in Michigan, because in Michigan, we literally would go home once a year, and then some family would come up once a year, and that was it. Anyway, it's been so fun, but I'm actually really looking forward to fall, and I'm looking forward to the girls both starting a little bit of schooling, and they're going to be having short days, which I'm really excited. Alexa's kindergarten is only going to be a 5-hour day, so I'm really excited about that. And then Kenzie's going to be going twice a week, like I mentioned earlier in this video, but I'm happy for them to start making friends. I know Kenzie's going to love it. She's definitely a people person, so she's going to be having the best time. Let me know what you guys have done this summer and what you're looking forward to for the fall.
Trouble inside, beating hearts don't lie.
Okay, so at this point I had everything sorted out. I just need to put all these games upstairs, and then the books go in a couple of different places, and yeah, everything was just kind of sorted where it needed to go. So I just ran around putting that stuff up, and then came back to deal with this one little junk bucket. Here's a lock of Kenzie's hair from when she cut it. I was telling you guys about that a few weeks ago. I'm not sure why I'm out of focus here. I must have hit something on my camera when I moved it around, but I just did a quick little dust in here, and then I was done with the entry table, and I was ready to move on to the dining area.
We'll be long gone, hang on, I cannot go wrong. God, I'm praying I'm not alone in this air of hope, 'cause I'm in love, you're a star burning bright in my heart. We're going away, get your bag, check the tag, decision is made, lock your door, need no more, it's already paid, cancel your mail for a while, it's a journey for life and I'm your ride, hang on, we'll be long gone, hang on, I cannot go wrong. We're going away, I get you back, check the tag, journey.
Okay, so I was running up and down the stairs, so I'm out of breath, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this set up. This is the guest bedroom for my parents, and this has all been washed from our last guest. I just didn't remake the bed. It's one way for me to know I did wash the sheets, is just wait and remake the bed when the next guest is coming. I have the air mattress here that needs to go in the other spare bedroom for my sister, so I want to get this room in here cleaned up, and you guys will be seeing the makeover in here when I finish, but it's pretty much like I do. It's spoiler alert, I pretty much already have shown this once, shown it again, but my girls make a huge mess in here. These are their clothes from when we went on our 4th of July trip that I still have not cleaned. Of course, I'm recording this about 2 weeks after. You guys probably won't see it till a month or 6 weeks after, just so I'm not doing quite as bad as it may appear. When I say 4th of July, it wasn't quite as long ago for me right now as it will be for you guys when you see it. But I made my girls clean up some of their trash the other day, so that's what this is, but they always make a huge mess in here. I gotta work with them on being neater with their crafts, but they're 5 and 3, so, you know, it is what it is. But I wanna get this room cleaned and swept first so that I can go ahead and set up the air mattress for my sister, and then I'll move on to the rest of the upstairs. And that way,
when my family gets here, it'll be ready to go, and then I'll go back down and finish the downstairs.
I know that you're trying to fix me, but I don't wanna be like you. If you wanna take it back to the 50s, maybe I'm not the guy for you. You're dying not to work, but work until you die, you know that's true. Have you thought it through? Cause you love to tell me what to do. Say no, I'm not like you, I don't think that you get it. You should go and get out, I'll make you regret it. Someone like you should worry about. Maybe your two's upside down, and I'm not like you, I don't think that you get it. I don't wanna put on a smile, everybody expects me to. So you can keep your suit and your tie, gotta hope that it strangles you. Yeah, I do. You buy shit you don't need to impress the ones you hate, that's so f***ed up. Cause everything you own just ends up owning you. So, dear society, you suck. Say no, I'm not like you, I don't think that you get it. You should go and get out, I'll make you regret it. Someone like you should worry about. Maybe it's you who's upside down, and I'm not like you, I don't think that you get it.
So I just wanted to zoom in real close and show you guys. I still didn't get all of it, but there were just bits of paper and little shiny things all over this rug, and it was a lot more than I was even able to catch on camera, but it definitely needed a vacuum, mostly just little pieces of shredded paper from my girls. So I just went ahead and vacuumed this prior to sweeping up the rest of the floor.
Dear society, you suck. Am I the only one who's outside of this box? Who cares about your posts? I know they're only fake. Show us what you own and how much money that you make. Yeah, I know that you're trying to fix me, but I don't wanna be like you.
So whenever I am vacuuming rugs and things like that, I always want to use my Dyson on the hardwoods, and it just doesn't work as well on hardwood floors as it does on carpets. I've heard that there's one, the blue and white one, I don't know if it's Tinco, how you say the brand name, that one works good on hardwoods. So I'm thinking about buying another one to try out for my hardwoods, because I love the Dyson for carpet and rugs, but it just does not do it for the hardwoods, and I always end up having to switch to a broom. I was thinking on this day that I could potentially get away with it because it was large pieces of paper, but really it just ends up pushing it around. So anyway, you guys let me know in the comments down below if you have a cordless vac that you use on hardwoods and how it works for you. If it's something that like works good, give me your recommendations, because I'd love to get one that I can use upstairs and just use one thing, not have to switch back and forth between that and a vacuum. Because if you guys have been around my channel for any length of time, you know I actually usually end up grabbing the vacuum to suck up my dirt pile because I don't have a dustpan that I like. Anyway, I'm rambling at this point, but after I finished the floors in here, I moved on to blowing up the air mattress for my sister, and then moved on to continue on the rest of the upstairs.
So this is 27. It doesn't matter what I've been through. I should grow up too, but I still act like I'm 11. I'm not emotionally sound since I left you. And no,
I had this in here backwards, now I gotta turn it. Should pay attention to that. Actually, if I lift it up pretty easily.
but I had you where I wanted you. Never.
The queen size air mattress, so it takes up quite a bit of room. I do want to vacuum it off because it's a little bit dirty from sitting over there. I'm gonna make a little space so we can walk and get to Kenzie's clothes. So hopefully that is good.
Used to be someone you love, and it gets me down.
Get my little hand tool.
Lips on my I let it slip somehow. So this Start the music, kill the silence, let my mind rest. Pour a drink cause it's effective. Can't seem to get my head around why I left you. And no, I don't like to be the bad guy. You know I don't lie, I really miss you now. But I had you where I wanted you, never had to ask. I'd set the world on fire just to get it back. I don't know how it feels to be someone you love, and it gets me down. Yeah, I had you where I wanted you, had you by my side. It was all I ever needed, but couldn't realize. I don't know how it feels to be someone you love, and it gets me down. I let it slip somehow.
Running around so much. I just gotta get another pillow from downstairs for this bed, where I have some spare pillows, and then this is done. I was gonna put this extra blanket for my sister, but I think I'm gonna put it for my mom because she's the one who usually gets cold. So I'm just going to put that on the foot of the bed in there. And then I'm gonna do the floors in here. I have those extra towels to go in this closet up here so they can take baths.
And it gets me down. Yeah, I had you where I wanted you.
Okay, so I was really rushing on this day to get all this done, and so I was starting to sweat, and I put my hair up like I do, and I didn't realize until after you guys can actually see me sweating in this video. So I feel like it's a little gross, but you know what, you guys, it is real life, and I was sweating. So yeah, that's what you guys get. I definitely need to organize the closet, but we don't go in here very often, so.
We got everything we need right here. Wine and burning chemistry. You and me alone. You and me alone. Inside of our embassy. Everything we need's right here. Make me sing along. Sing along. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. Oh, watch me. Dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. We got everything we need, right? Watch me. Dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder.
So after I had finished the beds and the floors, I decided to go ahead and get my girls' clothes put away. And you guys have noticed, just over the last couple of months, all of a sudden my girls have noticed my camera. I've been filming basically both of their whole lives, off and on, and all of Kenzie's life pretty consistently. And they have both just in the last like probably 2 months or so noticed that I'm filming and started trying to get in front of my camera and talk to the camera and all this stuff. And it's kind of funny because before it was like they didn't even know it was there. So anyway, I thought that was kind of interesting, but I just decided to start sorting through their clothes and then go ahead and get them folded, put away, hung up, all that good stuff. And this was a task I had been dreading for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and felt really good to get this taken care of and just quit procrastinating and putting it off.
Never be stuck by you. Oh, watch me. Dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. We got everything we need, right? Watch me. Dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. Yeah, we got everything we need right here. Sharing all your deepest dreams, wonder what they really mean, yeah. In the empty bottle lies all the answers. Write down all your memories, feel the things you wanna feel, yeah. In the empty bottle lies all the answers. Oh, watch me, dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. We got
close-up shot. Kenzie was trying so desperately to get on camera with me.
You want to leave this place where we grew up, this old town, just put it all behind. Remember you and I would always find somewhere to hide when we were kids, so we could see and hear the water run. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. Here, hanging on, waiting for your call. Seems like time as a wave passing by, leave a mark in our marks to turn to memories. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're gone. Hey, I was hoping you would stay, but I've always known that you would go and find your own way. I still see when we climbed up in those trees, 12 years old, to feel the wind and watch the river run. And the sun would always shine when we sat there, you and I. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're gone. It's gonna cry, it's gonna cry. River's gonna cry when you're gone. It's gonna cry, it's gonna cry. You want to leave this place where we grew up, this old town, just leave it all behind. The river's gonna cry when you're gone.
So as you guys just saw, as soon as I finished up with the girls' clothes upstairs, I went ahead and finished the floors up there, vacuumed the stairs, came down and did some of the floors in the hallway and the kitchen downstairs. Then I tidied up the living room and did the floors down here.
You're a guilt trip, feeding me with all these lies, I feel sick. You're a bad choice that I made 5 years ago at some party in New York. Are you texting me? Why are you still going on about things I never did? Maybe you can't see that I'm hard to hold. I know I'm a basket case you think should be alone, but I still have my friends, don't want you. All I need is them, don't want you.
So once I was finished with everything on the floors in the living room, the last thing I had left to do was go ahead and put away these dishes and finish washing up the little bit of new things I had accumulated in here, and then just kind of tidy and declutter some of the things that had made their way into the kitchen from the other rooms when I was cleaning those out.
Tell me I can't change the things that happen. I know my head's not right. I wish that I could be somebody friends don't want you. But I still have my friends don't want you. All I need is them don't want you. I can barely sleep 'cause of you. But I still have my friends don't want you. But I still have my friends don't want you. All I need is them don't want you. I can barely sleep 'cause of you. But I still have my friends don't want you. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne. We'll talk a cup of kindness yet for days of old lang syne. And here's a hand, my trusty friend, and here's a hand of thine. We'll talk a cup of kindness yet.
Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, I hope you did go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, I'd love to have you join our little YouTube family and subscribe. Make sure you have the notification bell turned on so that you don't miss any of my weekly uploads. And as always, there will be more videos up on the screen. If you need more motivation, you want to watch more, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.
Sign.
Should I keep your number on my phone? Should I keep it or let go? Keep your number on my phone. Why should I keep your number on my phone? Should I keep it or let go?
Hey happy homemakers, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be part 2 of my whole house clean. Last week you guys saw me take care of most of the downstairs stuff, and today I'm going to be finishing up and taking care of the upstairs as well. As per usual, I did not get everything I wanted to get done, but my house is a little out of control right now, so this is going to be quite a few days getting it taken care of. This particular video was done over 2 days, and I was struggling, and just knowing that I was making this video for you guys is actually what caused me to just push through and get it done. So thank you for being here and watching my videos, because it really does motivate me to get the things done around my house that I need to do when I'm really not feeling it, and I hope my videos motivate you to do the same.
Keep it or let go. Keep your number on my phone. Why should I keep your number on my phone?
Well, I was about to go help the girls clean their room, and I opened the fridge and knocked this out. So I guess we're gonna have to clean this up first.
Go ahead, just take this deal. Go back to your fake friends. Wasn't gone, there's no regrets. This is me at my best, and you never get it, never will. It's your chance to finally quit. Sure you wanna feel sorry, but what does it mean? To a clown with no mask, to a filthy nasty. Sorry I lost it. And you never get it, never will. It's your chance to finally quit. Should I keep your number on my phone? Should I keep it or let go? Keep your number on my phone. Why should I keep your number on my phone? Should I keep it or let go?
So before we get started with the rest of the cleaning, I did want to show you guys this cute little clip. The girl's like, Mom, can we make a video? So I was finishing up some stuff downstairs, and I let them take my camera. And when I walked up, I heard them like recording a video, and it was so stinking cute. I just had to share the footage with you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and show that to you now.
Welcome back to our channel. No, it's already seen. Welcome back to our channel. Our room is dirty, so we're gonna go ahead and clean it up. Like Mommy, Alexa, and Kenzie's gonna help clean up the room. So we're gonna go ahead. Kenzie is her. Let's clean it up. Kenzie is her. Not her. Kenzie. And bye, guys. If you want to watch more of my videos, hit subscribe. Don't look back at the channel. I would help you.
Okay, so some of that definitely came from listening to me, but I can't take credit for all of that. I'm not sure what she was saying at the end. They do like to watch the little YouTube toy videos. I try to limit them because sometimes it can just be a little too much and they kind of get a little greedy and they want all the toys in the world. I'm sure you guys know how that is when you watch stuff, but yeah, so we try to limit how much they watch, but they love watching other kids play with toys on YouTube. But some of the stuff that they say, I'm like, I do not say that. They didn't get that from me. But that was pretty cute. I thought you guys might enjoy that. So we are just going to clean up this entire room. And I was mainly just shuffling things around to see what needs to go in the toy box. If you're new here and you don't know, we put all of their toys except for like their baby dolls and stuffed animals downstairs in these little bins. You guys will see them later in the video. So I was just making piles for things that didn't go in their room at all, like winter jackets and stuff that should have been in another room. And then I was making a separate pile for toys that need to go downstairs and throwing things in the toy bin. If you're new here, my name is Christina. I'm married to my husband, Aaron. We've been married for 15 years, and we have 2 girls, Lexa, who's 5, and Kenzie, who's 3. On this channel, you'll find lots of real-life messes, lots of cleaning motivation, organizing, decluttering, and now for this year, I've added a lot of mindset motivation, kind of on a personal journey with that, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys what I learned, and I'm also going to be learning a lot more about the cleaning supplies I'm using in my house this next year. We're moving to a new house that's being built right now in the springtime. Hopefully that's the projected finish date. And I'm hoping to use a lot more natural cleaners in our house. It doesn't mean I won't ever use something with harsh chemicals, but I really want to just pay a little bit more attention. I don't currently right now use a ton of super harsh chemicals, but I don't always pay attention to what's in my cleaners. I kind of just grab stuff based on recommendations of other people or how it looks on the shelf. And so this next year, I'm definitely going to be paying attention to that, trying to use up what I have in this house, and we move to the new house, it'd be a little bit more natural. Notice that I was like shuffling back and forth between both of their beds. They both have a couple of like baby blankets that they like to sleep with in addition to their comforters, but then they have some little small comforters that were made for them by their great aunt. And then I also have this little blanket I'm folding up here, which was mine when I was a baby that someone made for me and that, you know, they're now getting to use. And at first they were like changing their minds about which ones they wanted to keep on the bed, and so we kind of went back and forth. I finally just took those ones and put them on a shelf in a closet, and then I wanted to get downstairs and just start getting all of the clutter off the stairs taken care of. I had actually gotten another late start on this day. I think my last video was a late start as well, but I like to have the main bases of my house kind of picked up when my husband gets home, so it doesn't look like a complete disaster when he walks in the door. I just always feel like I want him to come home to a peaceful place, and you know, I don't accomplish that a lot, but
I try to when I can. So I was taking all of the like stuffed animals and dolls that were downstairs on the stairs, put them in a basket and put them on the stairs, and yelled up to the girls to come down and get them because they had already forgotten all about me and started playing in their new clean space. So here is the toy bin I was talking about. So any of the toys that I had sorted out to go back downstairs, that's what's in this basket here. And so I was just putting them in this bin. And I've mentioned it before on my channel, but we don't really have a set like system for these buckets. I eventually want to start that. I've tried kind of a couple of times and the girls just aren't there yet. They're young enough that I would have to constantly police them if I wanted them to keep it completely organized, and I'm not there personally myself. So I'm just letting them, as long as they throw the toys back in the bin when they're done playing, that's where we're leaving it. So I still had some items in this bucket from the stairs that were not toys, and so I put those back in the basket and took that stuff to put it around in the various areas in the home. And then I wanted to put away all of their shoes that were piled at the bottom of the stairs. They have been pretty good lately at keeping their shoes put up like they're supposed to, but we had over the last couple of days not really been monitoring them with that. As you guys probably saw the clip in my room, I'm not doing that good myself. So sometimes if I'm like, they're not putting their shoes away, I'm like, well, you aren't either, Christina. So I have to have a little talk to myself and be like, look, if you're not going to do it, you can expect them to do it. So they do usually put their shoes away pretty good, but I had like a little pile there. Now, I talked to you guys in the last video as well about all their art supplies, and look at these cute little photos that Lexa drew. She is an artist just like her dad, and I think it is so sweet. So I usually pull out my favorites, and then I have a little memory bin upstairs in the closet that I will put these in, and that's why I was kind of separating them from the other just little scribble pages and coloring pages that needed to be tossed out. My girls also will just like color through an entire coloring book in one session. So I was checking all of these coloring books to make sure they still had pages to color before I put them upstairs. You guys will see in a little bit later in the art room area that I told you guys in my last video does not get used. So this is some of the stuff I was just tidying up so that I could get the table cleaned off, because I needed to like sweep and mop in the dining room, which I actually didn't get to until the next day, but you guys will see that later on in this video. Decorations have been sitting in the dining room for months, and I finally decided to do something with them, and then I broke one of them. Aww. Which luckily I think it's still okay to like be used.
I have got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name, and I'm running out of time. I wish you felt the same, and I'm acting stupid like every day. Don't know what to do or what I should say, 'cause I have got him on my mind, but he doesn't know my name. What's it like?
So while I was going through all of this decor in here, I was pulling out items that I used last year for Valentine's, which was this little cutting board, these pink flowers, and then the little white houses that I had put pink hearts on. And I had gotten these little gnomes. I got this 3-pack of gnomes, the mini gnomes, at Target for $3, and my girls are obsessed with gnomes, so that is why I grabbed them. And I had told them that I was not going to decorate for Valentine's this year because Lexa is all about decorating for every single occasion, and I told her, I was like, you know what, Mommy is just not up for it this year because I was done after Christmas. I needed a break. I needed the space to just look fresh and clean. But I did end up grabbing those gnomes, and you will actually see their reaction in a few minutes. It was so stinking cute. I was in here cleaning the kitchen, and then I heard them both start screaming and yelling, Valentine's! They were so excited. And so I was like, oh, I'm glad I went and got those. Yeah, it wasn't much, but they were so excited about it. And so now I'm like, well, maybe I should reconsider decorating for Valentine's.
I have got him on my mind, but
I've brought this up in a video in the past, but I sweat when I'm cleaning my house. Leave me a comment down below if you guys do it too. Sometimes I'm like, am I having a hot flash? Like, why am I sweating so bad? But I was feeling it on this day. I was about to pull my hair up. I was like, ooh.
Yes, I know my name.
It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep, 'cause I'm not tired. I'm thinking about the days we used to shine when we were young. I told you that we should start a band and reach for the sky.
Well, I thought this little snack container was clean, and then I realized, ugh, there was still some goldfish in there. So those were nice and soggy, so I just ran to throw those away really quick. So in my last video, I was talking to you guys about my New Year's resolutions and goals, and that was kind of like part 1 of this video. So if you guys didn't see that, feel free to go and check that out. But I was talking to you guys about how my biggest goal for this next year is just that I will be happy and find happiness in the journey as I'm working to achieve all the big personal, career, and family goals that I have for myself. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about happiness versus joy, because when I say happiness, I do want to be happy, but I also just want to be filled with joy. And I think joy comes from a deeper place. And this is something that's actually been on my mind since last year, but I just figured I would talk to you guys about it here since I mentioned it in my last video. So I think the biggest difference between happiness and joy is that circumstances often affect our feelings, which is feelings of happiness. And so if we're having a bad day, we're not feeling very happy. You know, if we hit a curb and popped our tire, which I did a few weeks back, you know, that's not something that's going to make you happy. But joy is something that comes from deeper within. It's not really the same thing. You can be having a bad day and still have joy in your heart, and you can be like me and choose to turn it around. I mean, I'm not trying to like pat myself on the back, but I honestly on that day was disappointed because I knew it was going to cost me money to buy a new tire. This happened, I don't know, like a little bit before Christmas, and I was a little bit upset, but I felt so glad that I knew how to change my tire, because it would have taken my husband at least 2 hours to get there, wrap up what he was doing at work, and get to me, and my girls and I would have been sitting in a parking lot, or it would have cost me even more money to call somebody to come and help me. But I was able to change my own tire. And sometimes I feel like if you have joy, you're able to be more appreciative in those moments and just appreciate what you do have. Joy is deeper, and it's anchored in something that's unchanging and unmovable. And we may not always feel happy, but when you're operating from a place of joy, you're able to look at things from a more eternal perspective. And happiness is completely based on your outward circumstances and what you're going through in the moment. So you may not be happy that you blew your tire. I'm just going to interrupt myself real quick and just let you guys know that I'm using the Mr. Clean on the floors for my mopping, like my soap, and I'm using my O Cedar spin mop, which I do love, and I really want to try out their new mop, but this is the original one. So back to my story. But joy in your heart allows you to then just look up and say, you know what? Take a deep breath and say, Lord, thank you so much that I have the ability to change my own tire. I thank you, Lord, that I am healthy and capable of changing my own tire. And that while I wasn't quite sure, because I had never changed a tire on an SUV before, I was able to do it, and I knew I could do it. And, you know, that is just such a different way to look at your day, rather than letting it ruin your whole day that you popped your tire. Now, I know we all have things that are more difficult that we have to deal with. That is just one small example. Obviously, there are way bigger problems in the world, but something like that can definitely ruin your day, especially when you're like me and you have all-wheel drive. And so now you have to replace all 4 of your tires, when the day before you actually had just spent $200 fixing one of your tires, because yes, that was me as well. And also I was very grateful that my husband was not hard on me, and he was gracious and didn't give me any grief about the fact that I popped a tire and cost us like $1,000. And then I was also grateful that we were able to afford the new tires and I was not stuck at home. So one little moment of gratitude can really turn things around to where it's just a snowball effect. You know, once I was grateful for one little thing and I didn't let it get to me, it was just a snowball. And there was still that little voice in the back of my head like, oh, man, if you'd have been paying more attention and you hadn't hit that curb. Like, it was just one of those moments. I just pushed it out of my mind and I was like, you know what? No, thank you, Lord, that I can afford to replace these tires. A lot of people can't. Maybe you're one of those people that if you popped a tire, you physically would not be able to afford a new tire. You'd have to sit at home. But there is still something that you can be grateful for no matter your circumstances. And I just want to encourage you guys today, because when you're able to operate from that kind of place, it just makes such a big difference. And, you know, that could have ruined my whole day, my whole week, or my entire month, but I didn't allow it to. And again, I'm not tooting my own horn here. I'm just giving you guys an example of something that I feel like most of us would find to be super inconvenient, if not, you know, really bad for others. And just that one little mindset shift just totally changed the way the entire experience went for me. So kind of just to summarize my point here is that happiness is fleeting. And so when I say I want to be happy, more than anything, I want to be joyful, because I want to be able to remain grateful for what I have, even on the hard days when things are not going my way. And just to remind myself to pay attention to my thoughts, because instead of beating myself up because I made a silly mistake and hit a curb and popped our tire, it cost us a lot of money, I was able to stop and just be grateful that I was able to take care of the situation. It was raining and cold and wet on that day, and I did not get in a wreck. I was able to pull safely into a parking lot. I had my girls with me and we were safe, and it stopped raining while I changed the tires, so I didn't get completely soaking wet. If I'd have gone down the self-loathing and, you know, just beating myself up path, that would have gone a totally different way than if I stop myself and say, you know what, I can't take back the mistake I made, but I can just be grateful in this moment. And it's just a snowball effect. And I ended up actually having a super grateful day on that day, where I was just thanking God for all of my blessings. And, you know, it just changes things. And so when you're operating out of a place of joy and not just happiness, you're able to actually hold on to happiness, because anytime you're having a bad day, if you just replace those negative thoughts with gratefulness, it definitely will totally change things. So anyway, I hope that encouraged someone today. I naturally am a happy and joyful person, but after having my girls, I went through a lot of hormonal shifts. And so I just struggled a lot more with being able to stay positive. And so this is something I've really been working on. I missed being my happy-go-lucky self. And of course, motherhood changes you a lot, but we can still always have a positive mindset regardless of our circumstances. And it really does change how you feel about pretty much everything. So I went ahead and vacuumed the stairs, as you guys saw in those last clips. And then I moved on up to our little storage room. This is our guest room actually in our house, and it turned into a storage room over the last couple of weeks. And I had all of these puzzles that the girls had put together with my mom when she was here. And then they just threw them all over the place. And that was like months ago. I just put them in a bucket and threw them up in that room and didn't think about it. But I decided that I was going to pull out this little raccoon game, which they play, which this is really cute if you have toddlers and you're looking for games for them. I think it's called like Rambunctious. I forget what it's called. It's something raccoon, but it's really cute. I think you can get it on Amazon if you guys are interested in trying to find games for your toddlers. But I pulled all the pieces for that out because they enjoy playing that. But I wanted to get rid of all the puzzles because I was sick of them. They don't really put them together. They're a little advanced for them. There were a couple ones that are in their age range, but they were all mixed up, and I didn't feel like going through and taking care of all that. So what I did was I just dumped them all in this bag, and I decided to go ahead and give them to Goodwill. So I went back in the bag because there was more of the game pieces in there. But once I got all of those out, I just put those aside for Goodwill, and I went ahead and started folding up all of the baby blankets that needed to go with the other ones that I had put in the closet. And then the rest of this was just other random bedding and winter jackets. So I just sorted all of those into the appropriate bags and kind of just left everything stacked in here, and then moved on to completing everything else because I was kind of sick of working in here, and I knew that everything else in here kind of would need to be sorted before our move. So I just left it how it was, but I just was happy not to have things all over the floor in this room.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do?
into the office and the girls' art room space, which I was talking about in the last video, they don't use, and it's just turned into a hot mess. I had all of the little canisters and the little pegboards and everything all up on the wall, and I ended up moving it because they weren't using it, and I utilized the space for something else. So now this is all just all over the place. I haven't decided if I'm going to put this back up in the new house or not. So for now, I just kind of try to stack it a little bit more neatly. It's still a hot mess. You'll see what I'm done in here, but it's just not like piled all over the place. And I kind of just sorted things back to where they went. I threw away coloring pages that were already done, and then I put all of those coloring books that I had brought from downstairs in this little bin right here. I don't know what you call this, but with the little drawers and all that. Over here is also Hot Mess Express, and the girls' stuff got mixed in with it. It was originally just like office supplies and stuff like that. Look how cute that is. That's Kinsey. She made herself a turkey for her class. I thought that was so cute. But yeah, the girls' stuff kind of got mixed in with it, and I kind of realized a lot of this I don't really have a set place for, so I just tried to stack it a little bit more neatly, and then I put it right back where it was. Again, because of the move, I know some of the stuff is going to get packed and brought with us, and then some of it is going to probably go to Goodwill or something, but I just decided to kind of tidy it for the moment because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it, and I didn't have the brain power on this day to kind of tackle this project. I just wanted to get it kind of neat. So I did go ahead and go through this box here because I knew it was just junk, and so I sorted out all the art supplies, any little keepsake drawings that Lexa did that I wanted to keep, and the rest was just like scribbles and stuff that I went ahead and threw away when I went downstairs.
I just want you, I just need you, I don't know what it is you do. I just want you, I just need you, I don't know what it is I just wanna hold you. I just wanna look into.
So I know we're only a few weeks into the new year, but so far I've been doing really good on my resolution to only have 1 or 2 loads of laundry to do every day. On this day, I did have a couple of loads, but it was almost time to go and get Lexa from school. So I just wanted to do the 1 load that was the rags and dishcloths really quickly so that it wouldn't pile up for the next day. I did leave a load of regular clothes to do the next day, but I felt accomplished being able to go ahead and get this done because usually if I didn't have much time, I wouldn't do any of it, and then I would end up wasting those like 10 minutes that I had. But on this day, I actually was productive and got one of my loads done. Now, funny story for you guys. I was wearing slippers and I was talking on the phone with my sister, and I realized it was time to go get Lexa. And so I ran out the door and I arrived at school with my slippers on. And I don't usually judge people for that kind of stuff, but I was so embarrassed. Like everybody I walked past, I felt the need to tell them, oh, I walked out in my shoes on accident. You guys will have to let me know if you ever showed up to your kids' school
in your slippers? Was it intentional, or have you ever done that on accident, and were you embarrassed, or do you not care? Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it, got some motivation out of it, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.
Follow this channel and hit subscribe on the next day. Bye, guys. Bye.
I've got 30 minutes if you wanna spill your mind. Give me all your reasons to why I should take my time. Used to have forever, but you never cared that much.
Hey, happy homemakers and happy 2023. I know it's going to be about 2 weeks in before you guys see this, but I did want to let you guys know some of the goals I have this year, and I'm curious to know what goals you guys have. I'm actually super excited for 2023, and I know that's kind of a cliche thing, but for me personally, this is something new, and I didn't used to be someone who picked a word for the year or anything like that, but last year I did have a word for the year. I didn't really share it with anyone, but it was just something very personal to me, what I was going through as a wife and a mom, and just all the changes in my life. And I had a lot more changes in 2022. So I have been reflecting on all of the good last year, and then what I did not like last year as well. So I hope you guys have been doing that. In just a few minutes, I'm going to be sharing my goals, and then I would love to hear from you guys what your goals are as well. You guys are seeing this messy house that just needs to be completely refreshed for the new year. I know I took down my Christmas decorations in my last video, and that was all I did. I didn't get to anything else, but I had so much going on. I have a lot of pain points in my house that I want to start working on this year, but just showing you guys a little bit of everything. Now, spoiler alert, I did not get this all done in one day, so we are going to be having a part 2 to this video. My house is basically just trashed, and after I finish giving everything a good tidy and clean up, then I also have a lot of deep cleaning I've been neglected, so that'll probably be the 3rd video that you guys see after this one. Well, 2 after this one. So let's go ahead and get started on cleaning up my house, refreshing it for the new year, and you guys can just enjoy watching or clean along with me, and let's do it together. Excess rice on top of the container, and then I went to go to the bathroom, and Kenzie started screaming, "Mommy, Mommy." And so I came running in there, and like, "What is wrong with you?" She's like, "It's spilling everywhere." So all the rice was just tumbling out of the container. I guess the weight of it kind of shifted, and maybe I didn't have the sill completely done. So she and I had to get to cleaning up this rice, and she very happily wanted to help, so we just started sweeping it all out the best we could. I kept getting rice stuck to my foot for the rest of this morning until I finally swept the entire floor.
On my own, but I'm never
If you're new to my channel, just wanted to take a moment to say welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. My name is Christina, as you probably guessed. I've been married to my husband Aaron for 15 years. Together we have 2 daughters, Lexa, who's 5, and Kenzie, who's 3. We were both originally from Louisiana, but in 2016, while I was pregnant with our first daughter, we moved to Michigan for my husband's job. And then in 2022, we were able to move for another job opportunity back down south, and we now live in Texas. So far, we are loving it here. We really miss the South. It was both deeply ingrained in us, and we are so happy to be back here and be raising our girls down south. On my channel, you'll find lots of cleaning motivation, homemaking motivation, and this year in 2023, I'm adding a lot of mindset motivation. I'm on just a whole mindset journey of
just focusing on being more positive in my thoughts and all of that. And so I'm going to be taking you guys along with me on that journey. So if that sounds good to you, go ahead and click subscribe and make sure you turn on the notification bell so you're notified every single week when I upload new videos. Okay, so you guys can very obviously see that I'm talking on the phone here. And I was talking to my friend Kristen over at Homemaking Heaven, and I actually was telling her about some of my New Year's goals. And in the process of telling her about my goals, I told her, I said, you know, what I want this year is to be happy in the journey. I have so many goals, but more important than meeting those goals is just to enjoy the journey this year. And I was like, oh, that was good. I really need to like put that in my video, because she knew I was recording and I was like, I'm going to put that in my video. But I really did want to share that with you guys because that's something that's been marinating probably the last year, is just enjoying where I am. I have a lot of weight to lose. I have a lot of personal goals, a lot of improvements, a lot of business goals with my YouTube channel and what I want to turn it into and what I want to do, what I want to create it with. And it can get overwhelming. And I am a very forward thinking person. And I always say all the time, like, I don't want to be so future focused that I can't enjoy the moment, especially now that I'm a mom. Like, that's hit me more than ever, is that kids grow up so fast, to be able to enjoy each new phase. And I've never been one of those moms that like looks back on my baby's pictures and like, oh, they're so big now. Like, they were so little. I want them to stay little forever. Like, that is not me, because my kids were both really, really difficult newborns. I love the toddler stage though. And I've always loved toddlers, like in general. I'm just that kind of person. And I just love how their little minds work. I've always been that way, even before becoming a mom. And so I always knew the toddler stage was probably going to be my favorite. And I was right about that. But I did want to just say that, you know, sometimes when you have kids, like ever since I had my girls, I focused on trying not to wish the days away, because when they were really little, it was so hard. And I still just try to focus on not wishing the days away. But I've always been really glad with each milestone they hit. And I do have some moms that kind of like, oh, cherish the moments. But it's hard to cherish the moments when you're getting 2 minutes of sleep over like a week of time. You know what I'm saying? So just to be realistic and say, you know, enjoy the moments while you can. But sometimes they're not fun. They're not fun days, weeks, hours. You know, you have those sweet moments throughout the day. But I would never wish to be in the newborn stage forever. And I also really want my children to grow up, because the alternative is not good. We all, you know, we say we don't want them to grow up, but we don't really mean that, right? So anyway, I get a little too rambly sometimes when I start talking about that subject. But basically this year, you know, I want to enjoy every milestone with my kids. And I've been pretty good at focusing on that. And, you know, when my husband tries to say, oh, she's 4.5, she's 5.5, she's 3.5, she's 2, you know, I'm like, nope, she's 3. Don't say she's 3.5. Like, just let me enjoy her being 3. And then when she's 4, we'll let her be 4. So I'm always reeling him in with like not wishing their, you know, not that he does, but you know, I'm like, I don't want to think about it until they're that age. And so anyway, my girls are actually going to be turning 4 and 6 this spring, but they're 3 and 5 right now. So just let them be 3 and 5. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm really enjoying this stage in life with them right now. But as far as setting goals for myself, I have always struggled with my weight. You know, even before, like most of us who struggle with our weight for our whole life, before you really had a weight problem, you thought you had a weight problem, right? So I have basically been concerned about my weight since I was 10 years old, and I'm 33, and I'm sick of it. You know, actually I'm 34. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm turning 35 this year in the summer, and I cannot quit saying that I am 33. I'm 34, and I'm almost 35. So yeah, I don't know where that year went, but I turned 35 this year, and you know what? I'm like, you know what? I am heading into my mid to late 30s. Let's don't say that, right? I shouldn't say it to myself either. I should just say mid 30s. And I just want to enjoy where I am. And, you know, I have a lot, like I said, of weight to lose, but I want to enjoy the process of just getting healthier and not focus on the end result, because it can take a year, it can take 5 years. We always rush things. You know, weight loss is the easiest example, because most of us who've had weight to lose try to rush it. And it's like 5 years ago, I was so desperate to lose the weight in a year. And now it's 5 years later and I still haven't. You know, my weight has gone up and down. I lost a ton of weight in 2020, kept it off until our move at the beginning of 2022. And then I put on a bunch of weight, and I've not been able to get that weight off, but I've maintained there for the past year. So anyway, enough about my weight. The point that I'm making is just that I want to really enjoy my journey this year. I'm focusing on mindset this year. So my goal is to stay on track all year long and just see where that takes me. Not necessarily to hit a number, though I'd love for that to happen, but just to stick to something this year, which I've decided to do Weight Watchers. So to stick to that for the entire year and stick to my workout regimen. I've been doing really good with working out for the last several months, and I'm excited to just continue that this year. And then for a more personal goal in the sense of like mentality, just be for me to be a more patient mom and a more understanding patient spouse, wife, and not to be so easily irritated. Sometimes I can feel myself where I like snap at my husband or my kids and I'm like, it just really didn't call for that, you know? Like I know that I shouldn't have been that upset or that frustrated in that moment, and I just felt like I couldn't help myself. So I have been focusing on positive mindset and speaking to the Lord a lot for help. And I've noticed now I can kind of feel like I've been doing it since last year, and I can feel that feeling of frustration rising up, and then I'm able to just tell myself, you're overreacting. And then I don't actually lash out my frustration. I'm able to just let it go. And that has been huge for me, because before it would just slip out and it was like I didn't even know it was coming. I would just be frustrated and I was like, oh, and then an instant like, you know, reaction to my husband when it's like, he doesn't deserve that. You know, I have a lot going on today that he has no clue about internally, right? Our thoughts. I did a couple of videos that were just talking head videos. You guys probably, most of you didn't watch it because you're just interested in the cleaning videos. And so I talked about a lot of that in those videos, but I'll definitely be sharing a lot more of that on my cleaning videos, because I definitely want to share that on my channel. And I think you guys are mostly here for the cleaning content. So anyway, I am starting on wiping off this countertop, and I'm just using my mixture of Dawn dish soap and water to get this all clean. There was a lot of crumbs and a lot of things that were hard to catch on camera, but it was very dirty.
Side of you trying to break through, able to tell the truth. No one else can see.
Y'all, I was putting those bananas back and I was like, I cannot believe how dusty this thing is. Like, oh my goodness.
Say how far you wanna go, baby, I can tell it's just for show. Every line designed to let me know.
So I kept this thing alive for a while, and then we went on our trip out of town, and she's not doing so good. So I'm just gonna put a cube of ice and try to give her a little bit of sun today. If she's still looking bad tonight, I might put her actually outside, but it's actually about 50 degrees here today, so that might hurt her worse. But I'm trying to give her just a little sunshine at least. Maybe I'll put her out by the back door. I don't know. You guys, let me know if you've ever kept an orchid alive. This is my first time, and it's been, I want to say it's been like 2 or 3 months. I don't know. I have to go back and look, because I know I have footage when I first set her up on the counter. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and finish up in here.
Together you're afraid to hold my hand, trying to understand. What if this doesn't go as planned? So you don't know what it means to be loyal and kind. I know that you're not blind. Tell me what is really on your mind.
my stove needed some attention, but I ended up getting distracted by those snacks sitting on the countertop. They were for the girls' school, but Kinsey was seeing them and begging to eat them. And so I was like, I need to go ahead and get this portioned out. So they each have snack duty twice a semester. They just go to like a little preschool and kindergarten. So all the kids in the class take a turn bringing snacks, and it's like on a rotation or whatever. So Kinsey, every time she goes, has like a certain amount she has to bring based on the kids in her class, and the same for Lexa. And I usually do something a little healthier, but they were telling me how all the other kids' parents bring cookies, and so this time we did cookies. I also had some cheese and toast crackers that I had previously bought. So what I was doing was I had a giant pack for Lexa that was like way more than she was supposed to bring. So I had pulled out the extra cookies from hers and was adding them to the cracker packs so that I could then have the right amount for a couple of weeks later when it was going to be Kinsey's turn to bring the snacks.
Say you don't wanna be with me, but you miss me as soon as it's over. You name that enough the screen, but you never
So after I got all the big heavy crumbs off the stove, I'm just using that mixture of Dawn dish soap and water to clean off the stove. This is seriously my go-to favorite cleaner to use, and I probably should try the power wash. I know that would work better. You guys, if I ever get big enough and Dawn sees this, Dawn, sponsor me. To be honest, I use the off-brand a lot, and I really can tell a difference. This is one thing where if I'm going to be using a ton of it on just simple everyday things like countertops, I'll get the off-brand. But if I have a heavy-duty job, I definitely notice a difference using the actual name brand. But if you guys ever see me get sponsored by Dawn, you will know it is legit. I've been talking about them since way before I ever thought that was the thing. I think I just grew up with that being our primary cleaner, and it's just stuck with me.
Oh, that is so nice. What do you have in that? What's in there? It's water. She's got water in her spray bottle, and she likes to help me clean. She said she did the toilet, hopefully not with the same dishcloth. Oh yeah, you could do, you don't need to necessarily do the floor. Kinsey, how about you do the cabinets? See these spots on the cabinets? See where somebody spilled some tea? That would be a great spot for you. That would be a big help to Mom. It's hard to get on camera, but there's a drip of tea going all the way down this cabinet. Awesome job. I took a break to eat lunch. Yeah, go ahead. And I just let the soap mixture soak on here, and she was going around cleaning all the cabinets while I was doing that. And so I said, you want to help me with the stove? And she said, the stove? What? And then she said, oh, the cooker place. You didn't know what the stove was called? Don't spray it in there. I feel like that's not good. Don't spray it inside of there. Just spray around, and I'll wait. All right, great job. You're such a good helper.
I'm getting stronger. You think that my bed's getting cold, but it's feeling warm. Your lies are getting old, but I'm getting stronger. I'm getting stronger. 'Cause I'm fine on my own.
You can see my face here. That was my legit reaction. It was super cute when she first started helping me, and then about this point is when I started to get annoyed with it. And I was like, hey, you ready for a snack? How about a muffin? I've been making, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I've been sharing some of the muffin recipes that I've been doing lately. There's only been like 3 of them, I think. But I've been trying to come up with a good snack that's a little bit healthier for my girls. All those crackers and cookies and stuff that you see me bringing to the school, I don't keep that kind of stuff in my house. Number one, because I don't want to eat it. But number two, I also don't want them to really get used to that being normal. I know a lot of people kind of let their kids eat how they want when they're kids because they're kids. And then, you know, they worry about it when they're adults. But I feel that it is like important to develop your taste buds as you're younger, as a kid. And then you'll just naturally be like a more healthy adult without it being such like a hard, I don't know. I know my mom really focused on healthy eating in our house, and then a lot of us still just overate. So I don't know, but maybe it just depends on your personality if it helps or not. But I think a lot of people's taste buds are developed. So I really try to get my girls to eat a lot of vegetables and not that many processed little snacky things out of bags and containers. So anyway, long story long, I've been trying to make muffins because I've been kind of like at a loss as to what to feed them when they come home from school at 2 o'clock and they're hungry. And then I don't want to give them like junk. So I made these muffins. I've been making muffins and I'm trying to make them a little bit healthy. Sometimes they're not like the healthiest thing, but they're still healthier than something packaged or pre-made, and they have been loving it. So I'm super excited. Lexa's also not big on eating breakfast, so you guys can see here the last couple of minutes she's been helping me. I took a break and got her from school, and now she's helping with the laundry. So anyway, she's not been big on eating breakfast, and so I wanted to give her another breakfast option as well. We usually do grits or oatmeal or some type of like lower sugar cereal, and this has been a great option for her as well. So I offer them muffins in the morning if they don't want the other breakfast options, and then I also offer them the muffins after school as a snack so that it's hard for them to wait till dinner, but I don't want to feed them junk in between. So I've kind of just been struggling with that. And so far this is working. So I'm hoping if I make just a different type of muffin every single week that it won't get old to them and it can be something we can continue to do. So we'll see how long this lasts, but we're a couple of weeks in and so far it's so good. Now you guys probably have noticed that I have this little thing tied around my waist. I'm in Texas, if you didn't know that. And it has been 50 and then 70 and then 80 and then 40 and 50 and then 70 and 80 and then 40. I think that's pretty common in the South. It seemed to be kind of common in Michigan as well during certain times of the year. So anyway, I had that on my waist so that when I was going back and forth and bringing her to school, I wouldn't like forget it and get outside and be cold and have to come back inside and get my sweater or whatever. Well, I'm so glad I did, you guys, because I saw a couple of spots in this video. You might have noticed it just happened right before I started talking about this, where you could actually see, but I walked around these pants all day long and Aaron comes home from work and says, "You have a hole in the butt of those leggings." Oh my goodness, you guys. Can you say that I am so glad that I was wearing this all day? I went to the gym. I went to my girl's school. Well, I went to the school, went to the gym, went back to, to school again. And yeah, thankfully I was wearing this, except for those couple of clips where I had taken it off and I put it back on for whatever reason. I'm so grateful that I did, because I would have probably either lost this footage or had to re-edit it or just be like embarrassed. But yeah, it wasn't a huge spot, but it was enough that it would have been embarrassing for me to be walking around like that. Now, at the beginning of this day, I had underwear that matched my leggings, but after I showered and got ready for the day, I was wearing, a different pair of leggings, and the undergarments were like skin colored. And so, yeah, that would have been embarrassing. I avoided some embarrassment there. So I don't usually wear a sweater around my waist. So I don't know, maybe God was just looking out for me on this day, because it's not something I typically do. But when I was editing this video, I was like, oh, yep, there's a couple of spots where I wasn't wearing it. So you guys no need to go rewind and like look for it. But yeah, that could have been like a really embarrassing day for me, because again, I went like 4 different places and I was wearing these leggings all day long.
You came, now I see you color again. It could rain, I don't mind if it pours, 'cause I'm right next to you. Come rain or come shine, I don't mind, 'cause I'm right next to you. It's you, right next to you. high. The sky has never felt this close, and when you kiss me, I can't believe that I am yours and you are mine. You took the pain away, didn't mind my scars, mend my broken heart. Life was dull until you came. Now I see in color again. It could rain, I don't mind if it pours, 'cause I'm right next to you, to you. Come rain or come shine, I don't mind, 'cause I'm right next to you. It's true, right next to you, to you, next to you, next to you, next to you. Who would have thought I'd be up on cloud nine? I would never take our love for granted. Love how you make me feel alive when you're with me. Took the pain away, didn't mind my scars, mend my broken heart. It could rain, I don't mind if it pours, 'cause I'm right next to you, to you. Come rain or come shine, I don't mind, 'cause I'm right next to you. It's true, right next to you, to you, next to you, next to you, next to you.
So another of my goals for 2023 is just to really get back to doing the 1 load of laundry a day and never having more than like 1 to 2 loads that need to be folded. I have gotten to where this has become such a stressor for me. It used to not really bother me, but now it does. So I am trying this year to really focus on figuring out what my pain points are. So if you haven't heard the term pain point, I don't know where I originally heard that, years and years ago. Basically, a pain point is just something in your life that really bothers you that just you need a solution for. At least that's my simple, really quick and easy explanation of it. But one of the big pain points for me is the laundry. And so I'm just really focusing on that. And then also a couple of other pain points in the house is this dresser top. I'm so bad at like keeping this organized. And part of it is because the things that go on here do not have homes. So I need to make a home for my paperwork. I also need to make a home for a lot of my little filming supplies for my YouTube channel. I'm kind of slowly gathering more and more little odds and ends electronics here and there. And so I really want to kind of come up with some kind of organizational system for those. Now, let me just say really quickly, I knocked over these papers. This is Aaron. He's trying to learn the violin and he just started practicing. And I really contemplated not picking those papers up because I just didn't really feel like it, but I made myself pick those papers up. So I recorded it to make myself feel better about the fact that I was picking those papers up. And then also my kids' art supplies. This has been a big one. You guys saw me cleaning off the island and I put that basket on my bed. I don't get to it in this video, but I really need an organizational system for that. Now, I tried the whole art room upstairs. They don't want to be upstairs away from us. In our new house, we should be moving in the spring. We don't have like an upstairs. It's 1 story. And I'm super glad about that because the girls are never upstairs. We're never upstairs. They want to be close to us. And so the art room I made doesn't work, but they also like to draw and color on the floor or be on the island, like in the middle of the home where we are. So I know that they're probably going to always want to sit at the island and color and do arts and crafts because usually I'm in the kitchen or the living room doing things. So I'm not going to come up with another solution that is like me setting up an art room. I need a solution that can be mobile. So maybe it's a bin I put stuff in and I pack it away and then put it back. I would love for you guys to help me. I'm kind of at a loss, but it's been driving me crazy. I don't want to not let my kids do arts and crafts because it's just makes such a big hassle and like a mess in the house. So I want a quick and easy solution where I can let them do arts and crafts every day. Like every day, Lexa comes home from school and asks to do arts and craft, and I'm trying to embrace it and let her do that, but it's so hard for me. It stresses me out so bad to have paint and crayons and markers and everything everywhere. So if you have any tips for me, I really would love it. The only thing I've come up with was just like having a bin that I throw everything in and then put it away and like bring it back out again the next day. I don't know. I hope that you guys have something better for me, because I just need to sit down and like look at Pinterest or something. I don't know, because I know in the new house it's going to be the same thing. And so I'm trying to come up with solutions so that I can have like things in place. Whenever you move into a new space, I feel like it's easier to just tell your kids like, okay, this is what we do in the new house, you know? So I'm trying to come up with a lot of organizational like ideas and stuff that I implement in the new house. So give me your comments down below if you have any solutions. I would love, love, love to hear them. This has been a huge pain point for me this last year. So here I'm kind of just spot doing the floor. I did want to vacuum the rug, but then I was just quickly going over the floor with in random spots. I'm using my Dyson V7, which is a pretty old Dyson. I like it for the carpets and rugs, but I don't really care for it for any kind of hardwood or like tile floors or anything like that. I feel like it shines on carpet. It's not really that great for the floors, the hardwoods, in my opinion. So I use like a cheaper one that I have that's like gold and blue that I had sent to me for these typically, but on this day I had a lot of chunky stuff that I was feeling on my feet before I had put my tennis shoes on, and I just wanted to get most of that up. I was gonna come back and mop, but I didn't get to mop on this day, so I probably will mop later in the week. But yeah, I was just using the V7 here, and like I said, don't prefer it on the non-carpeted areas. In our new house, we will have tile throughout, and then the bedrooms will be carpet. So I'm probably going to be in the market for another vacuum. We shall see. Alright, I'm just going to put all of this stuff in this basket and finish this tomorrow.
You will see me flying high, I'm staring into your blue eyes. We don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too.
Alright, so that is as good as it's getting for today. I have to start prepping dinner, and as soon as Aaron gets home, we're gonna be going to the gym. So I like to have dinner prepped so that I can just throw it on the stove when we get back from the gym, so we're not eating super late. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope that you got some cleaning motivation out of it, or whatever type of motivation that you need for your day. I'll be having to finish all of this up tomorrow, so stay tuned, because that's probably gonna be a part 2 to this video, but I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye.
May you always find your
Hey happy homemakers, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a whole house clean with me. I have 2 of my sisters coming in this weekend for a women's conference that's being held like an hour from my house. So they're coming and they're gonna stay with me. The 3 of us are gonna go and have an awesome weekend learning about God and all of that stuff at the women's conference. So super excited about that. But I do want to get my entire house tidy and in order. It's Monday, they're getting here on Friday, but I have a lot of stuff to do for my new channel. If you guys haven't seen my announcement or anything, I did start another channel that's a storytelling channel. It's a history-based channel, so I do have it linked down on my YouTube page if you guys are interested in checking that out. But I've been doing a lot for that channel, and so I have things I need to do this coming week so that I don't have to worry about it over the weekend. I can just enjoy my time with them. So that being said, I want to just get the whole house cleaned up. Like I said, it's not terrible. I have some dishes that I left out last night. And I'm actually gonna start in my bathroom and bedroom, because I usually get to this last and then I run out of steam and don't do it. So you guys know I always have to have my kitchen cleaned at the very least. So I'm gonna do that last so that I power through everything else to get around to that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
Someone who can please me. I want somebody who cares. I need a lover who never sees me. I need somebody who cares. I've been searching my life, I just couldn't find it. The special someone to give me my heart. I've been searching my life, but then I found it.
My automatic vacuum is about to run, so I need to go actually pick up the floor in the living room, and then I'll go back into the bedroom. I literally just finished and then I hear the vacuum coming. So perfect timing. I just got everything off the floor in here. I'm gonna go check the hallway real quick. Make sure that the girls don't have any toys out here. Okay, looks good in here. Let's go back to the bedroom. As you guys can see, I was using the Jaws cleaner on the toilet and then my Clorox toilet bowl cleaner. I have told you guys this before, but I don't like the sprayer on the bathroom cleaner for the Jaws. All the rest of them are regular. This one comes out like, if you've ever had a sprayer that doesn't come out like a mist, it kind of like shoots out in clumps. I don't know, that's the only way I can explain it, but that's the only thing I don't like about this cleaner, but it does clean well. So I'm trying to use all the way through this one, and then I have some more, but I might either try to order another bathroom cleaner just to see if it's my sprayer that's like defective, or put it in a totally different spray bottle to see if I can just make it work for me. Because like I said, I do have refills for this one and I do think it works well. It's just that I cannot stand the sprayer. Foam glass cleaner from the Dollar Tree. I like this one a lot. I think it's like their version of the spray away glass cleaner, but I'm not positive. I'm assuming that based on the branding, but I've never used the spray away actual name brand, I don't think, but this one works really well, and I really like using this one anytime I'm not using just my microfiber cloth. This is what I prefer to use. Now at this point, the automatic vacuum had come into my master bathroom, and so I decided to go ahead and move on with my girls to clean the hall bathroom, and then also go upstairs and clean the bathroom there. And then you guys will see in just a moment, but we ended up staying upstairs and just doing everything we needed to do upstairs, and letting the vacuum take over the downstairs because it started following us. Whatever room we were working in, it just so happened that that was like the room that it was going to next. So we ended up just moving on to the upstairs after this one, so you guys will see us in the upstairs bathroom next.
You can try, you can try, you can try to change us. Do your best to change us. Oh, we don't love like this. We want all or nothing. No, we don't believe in playing safe. Oh, we don't love like this. We want all or nothing. We don't believe in playing safe. We don't believe in playing safe. No, we don't believe in playing safe.
So this is my new little studio that I got going on for the other channel that I have. So you guys get a little behind the scenes situation here with all the stuff I got set up. I do really need to clean the rest of this room. I completely reorganized where I have the girls' stuff. So I gotta get that straightened and organized, as well as this. I do have camera gear over here as well that I need to tidy up. I'm probably gonna save this for last. I may not get to this today because I'm already struggling with patience right now. The Lord is working on me. I am trying so hard to become a more patient person, but we're working on it. We're gonna get there, right? But this is all the stuff I do need to clean up for the guest bedroom. I'm trying to decide if I'm just gonna put an air mattress in here for my other sister and leave the bed sideways, because if you guys have seen any of my other videos where I cleaned up this room, I did have the bed going this way and then these two things on either side. But I didn't want to have to completely redo my little studio situation that I have in the other room, so I'm thinking about just putting an air mattress in here, as long as there's room to walk between the two beds, which I think there should be. So we'll see. First, I'm just going to package all this stuff up, get it put away, and then decide on that. I need a sweep and mop in here. Obviously, the bathrooms are gonna need to be cleaned again. I'm sweating so much, and it's not even like, I opened the door outside because we have a little bit of fall weather going on outside. I'm wearing my Happy Fall Y'all t-shirt. But I sweat so bad when I clean. I'm like, what is the deal? I don't really want to crank the air up or down, because those prices have like tripled or quadrupled. It's been crazy. So try not to like make it too cold in here. But anyway, I think it's just, I don't know why I sweat so much when I clean. I used to not. Maybe it's because I gained a little bit of weight. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna clean all this up and then get back to the downstairs. I just decided to go ahead and do up here for now and let the vacuum do its thing downstairs, and then go back and finish downstairs. So yeah, this shouldn't take too long. Just gotta put all these boxes in order, figure out where I want to put them, and then I'm going to sweep and mop, like I said, up here, and then we'll be back downstairs, and then I'll probably come back up later and work on the office off camera, because I'm just too frustrated. Sometimes when I'm with my kids, I can't do the more intricate tasks that I'm dreading because it makes it bad. They're still on fall break today. Tomorrow they'll both be in school. I have some other things I have to do, like a dentist appointment, and I have to record a sit down video because I can't do that when they're here for my other channel. But after that, hopefully I can get the office cleaned up tomorrow, maybe when they're not here, or later this afternoon if they're distracted by playing or something. We'll see. But I just know with my stress level, I felt trying to do that little small bathroom with them both on top of me, both those bathrooms at the same time, and I'm like, you know what, it's not worth it. I need to be sweet to my kids, and that's more important than recording a video. So I stopped recording, finished that bathroom up, and I'm like, I'm just gonna save my more intricate decluttering things for when they're not here, because it's too stressful for me right now. I wish that it wasn't. I wish I was more chill about it. I used to be more chill before I had kids, so I don't know what the deal is with becoming a mom that's made me more like this. I hate that I'm like this. I'm working on it, but some days you just know, okay, today's not the day to do this with my kids underfoot. Let's just say this for another day so that I can be a nice mom and have a good attitude. And working on my patience, but I also am not trying to put myself in a situation where
I lose my patience. So anyway, all right, let's go ahead and get back to this.
I wasted all my time, I wasted all my nights, I wasted it on someone who's indifferent. He didn't love me right, he told me I was blind, but I never really wanted to listen. You have been here since day one, seen my ups and downs, never left my side once, yeah, you stuck around. Who knew it was you? You have been here all along, you have always been the one, yeah, who knew it was you? You have always been the one, that's the truth. You have been here all along. I never saw the signs, it didn't treat me right, but I just couldn't let him go. You waited patiently, you waited for me, you showed me what it was to love. You have been here since day one, seen my ups and downs, never left my side once, yeah, you stuck around. Who knew it was you? You have been here all along, you have always been the one, yeah, who knew it was you? You have always been the one, that's the truth. You have been here all along. You have been here all along. You have been here since day one.
All right, so I have the washed blankets here for the air mattress. I'm gonna wait until later in the week since it's just Monday. They're not coming until Friday. I'm still gonna probably have to retouch up the bathrooms and stuff like that. So I'm gonna wait a little bit later in the week to see if I can go ahead and air up this air mattress, if it's gonna be enough room in here, or if I need to clean out this studio area. But I'm just gonna do a quick vacuum in here on the floor and leave this how it is for now, so I can go ahead and finish everything else up.
I don't know how or how you do it. You blow my mind without a word. Ooh, stuck upside down. I might be dreaming. There's no way back now. Take every inch of my body. Wanna dance with you all night long. Dive in, babe, you know we can't stop this. Come on and show me what you got. 'Cause I don't care if they think we're mad to be falling in love with you. I'll do it again and again and again and again.
Okay, so I had to stop and get the girls some lunch, and so it's been a few hours, an hour or two. I cooked them lunch, fed them lunch, cleaned up, did some work on my computer for my other channel. Now I'm gonna finish by mopping down here. I wanted to use my other mop, but it is getting washed from previous use for a spill. I forgot that I had cleaned up some milk with it, so it stunk really bad. Anyway, it's getting washed, so we're just gonna go ahead and do this floors.
Come on and show me what you got. 'Cause I don't care if they think we're mad to be falling in love with you.
to mop, and as you guys can see, she was putting in the best possible effort. Or not. So yeah, I let her finish up this little section, and I moved on to the kitchen area to sweep around the trash can and recycle bin. This is the area that always has stuff in it, so the little automatic vacuum can't get to it, so I just needed to sweep that area before I could mop it.
So I'm going to do my bathroom and my bedroom now, and then I'm gonna get the dishes done, and hopefully I'll have time to do the laundry. I just have 2 or 3 loads of laundry that I washed yesterday and today.
The laundry is gonna come.
I like to sing and talk when I talk. See, I stop to let her sing, and then anyway, we're gonna finish up in here with the floors and the tidying, and then do the dishes, and then hopefully have time to fold those 3 loads of laundry that I washed yesterday and today.
It's been you all along, but I've been too caught up to see it, baby. We can have it all if I just could get myself together. I'm not wasting another minute. If it goes up in flames, I'll take the pain. If I never try to get it, I can just forget it. I'm done playing the waiting game. I'm so done. I'm all done playing the waiting game. Baby, like the stars, I've been a million miles away, but you've been in my heart, somewhere down all this time hidden away. I'm not wasting another minute. If it goes up in flames, I'll take the pain. If I never try to get it, I can just forget it.
At this point, I was actually running out of steam, so I decided to wait on cleaning up the rest of the electronics in my room and save that for the next day when I was going to attempt to do the upstairs office and everything like that, and just move on to get the kitchen done so that I could start on dinner.
Don't wanna spend one night without your love. Don't wanna miss one fight. So listen, girl, I'm not wasting another minute. If it goes up in flames, I'll take the pain. If I never try to get it, I can just forget it. I'm done playing the waiting game. I'm so done, yeah. I'm all done playing the waiting game. I'm so done, I'm all done playing the waiting game. May you always find your way to higher ground. May you always keep your head held up high. Pretty little thing, You're a diamond in the rough, shining from within. I can tell that you're tough. Just the sight of you when I'm at my weakest point makes a world of difference. Oh, you make me strong. Pretty little thing, you're a diamond in the rough, shining from within. I can tell that you're tough. Ordering a cup of love, feel it rising up and above. You will always keep my heart and soul strong.
So this is where we left it on this day. I did not get the 2 to 3 loads of laundry that I had waiting on me finished, and I also did not get all the electronics put up that were spread around my room and also the upstairs bedroom. I just decided to save that for another day. So this is what dinner looked like in the process. I totally forgot to get a final shot of it being done. We had meatloaf with mashed potatoes and green beans on this day, so just a good old home cooked meal. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Got lots and lots of cleaning motivation for your day, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.
You are my past. You've told me more than once to show you my intention. My brain gets blocked at times, but now somehow.
Hey, happy homemakers, and welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to show you guys an overview of the mess I have in here. I have some laundry of ours to finish, but my dresser has been terrible lately. It's been like this a lot. I mean, you guys know from my old house. I'm still trying to figure out a way to quit this from happening. I also have a project for the girls' art room that I'm using these Dollar Tree pool noodles for, so stay tuned for that. I'm super excited for that video. Still dealing with the rat problem. So that is just another story for another day. I also have like a little area in my kitchen that's been driving me nuts that I want to get reorganized, so that'll be in today's video as well. So stay tuned for that, but let's go ahead and get started with this, and we'll see what all I get done today. After I took everything off my dresser and put it on the bed, I wanted to go ahead and just dust this real quick, so I grabbed my multi-purpose e-cloth and wiped everything down with that. And then on the mirror, I used the multi-purpose e-cloth, and then I used the orange glass cleaning mitt. So if you guys aren't familiar with e-cloth, this is not sponsored or anything like that, but you actually just clean with water with the e-cloth products. So I had been wanting to try those for years, and I finally went and got myself some of them, and so far I'm liking them. I do sometimes still like to clean with products, as you guys will see throughout my videos, but I enjoy sometimes not needing a product. Usually when I want products, it's either because I feel like I need to disinfect a little bit, or I need a deeper clean, or I just want everything to smell really nice and clean when I'm done. So that's the one downside to the e-cloths, is the fact that obviously if you're not using a cleaner, you don't have any kind of nice smell or anything like that. But overall, I really love and prefer these on days when I just do not feel like getting things out. Sometimes getting a product out deters me from actually even dusting something, so I love being able to just dust and clean up quick little messes without having to worry about pulling out a bunch of products.
I'll be there if you reach out to me.
These are from Target. They're little $5 tees. And I brought our two girls. I bought our two girls one and their two girls one. And I almost gave it to them last time I saw them. But I didn't, because I was like, well, I'll just give them to them when we get to the trip. I should have brought them and gave them to them when we went on our anniversary trip and saw them, because now we moved our trip back from Father's Day weekend. It's gonna be in July. And so they could have worn these Father's Day weekend. Like, oh well, I kind of feel like mailing them to her, but I don't know, we'll see. If I can send them for like $3 or less, I'll probably go ahead and mail them to her. If not, they'll just have to have them after Father's Day. My girls are definitely gonna wear them on Father's Day, but I think they're so cute. I love this pinky coral color with the gold, and my girls are so excited to wear it. My 5-year-old Lex has been begging for me to let her wear it, and I'm like, it's for Father's Day, you gotta save it, then you can wear it as much as you want.
I'm saying let's go. You're saying maybe. Let's find a disco. You're stuck at home being so lazy. Hey. Give me some, give me some, give me some, give me some, give me some energy. Wanna come, wanna come, wanna come, wanna come, wanna come dance with me.
When we go to Arkansas, we're going for a birthday party for a little boy who's turning 4, and he's doing a dinosaur theme. I found these half off at Walmart when I was in Louisiana, so I snagged them up. I just pulled the clearance price tags off of them, but I need to put this in a bag. I'm leaving this out because I want to make sure I don't forget to bring it with me, because it's July 4th weekend, but we're also going for his birthday party, and knowing me, I'll be thinking we're going for a July 4th trip. I'll forget to bring the gift, and then it'll be a whole thing where we're not buying another one. So anyway, I'm going to get a birthday bag and probably leave that on my dresser until we go. I think I want to keep this. An article of clothing that came with this, and it's so like heavy duty and nice. I think I'm going to keep this. So this is going to be my trash bag.
Give me some energy. Wanna come, wanna come, wanna come, wanna come, wanna come dance with me. Give me some, give me some, give me some, give me some, give me some energy. Wanna come, wanna come, wanna come, wanna come, wanna come dance with me. There's no fire without smoke, I ain't letting you go. I can see you buzzing like you can't say no. There's no fire without smoke, I ain't letting you go. Come on, let yourself be free. Be the best that you can be. Come move your body.
So the clothes that were all over the dresser, as always, they're just stuff that I wore one time and I threw up there. Instead of immediately hanging them up, I left them on the dresser for like a week, and they really needed to just be hung up because they were still clean. I'm trying not to wash things that I just wear for 2 hours to the, like church or whatever. I'm trying not to just wash those things every single time because they're not really dirty. So I throw it on my dresser, but then I don't hang them up. I need to just hang them up in the moment. Also, my jeans, I try to wear my jeans several times before I wash them. You guys may already know this. Let me know in the comments down below if you knew this or not already, but you're actually never supposed to wash jeans. Did you guys know that? Like, apparently when they came out with Levi's, I don't know, I could be telling this whole story wrong, but this is the way that I learned about it, probably like 5 years ago or something. When they came out with Levi's, you're never supposed to wash them. Like, you're supposed to throw them in the freezer to refresh them. You guys will have to tell me if you knew that or not. I'm really curious how many people that's like going to be a shock to, and you're gonna be like, what? And you're gonna be like, surely that's not the case. You're gonna be like Googling it and everything. But let me know down below if you knew that or not. Something about the fact that like the bands in jean material, like it's almost like rubber band kind of, and it snaps. I don't know. I might be getting the whole story wrong. I didn't look it up before I told this, but somebody was talking about it recently on another channel I was watching, and I was like, you know what? I forgot all about that. I just thought it was funny. Like, I remembered that you weren't supposed to wash your jeans. I do, obviously, because I don't know. I can't bring myself to not wash them. So I usually try to wash them every 3 or 4 like wears, unless I really, really get them dirty for some reason, then I'll wash them. But like a sweat or something, other than that, I try to wear them several times before I wash them, because I still remember that from years ago. But the whole like sticking the Levi's in the freezer thing, I had forgotten all about that until I watched that thing this week, and I was like, I'm curious how many of my viewers knew about that already, or how many of you guys will find that shocking.
Say you love me, say you don't. Just give me something so I can move on. Pull me closer or push me away. Let me know if we'll be okay. 'Cause I can't stand another moment of you.
So as you guys can tell, I moved on into my bathroom. I just wanted to do a quick tidy in here. This video is kind of just a whole house tidy because I had spent a lot of time in my house earlier in the week getting a lot of things taken care of. So then I just had normal day-to-day tidies that I needed to do and a couple of other projects that I needed to do, such as this one where I still had a bag from 2 weeks before when I had gone out of town, where I did not fully actually ever unpack my little toiletry bag. So I just took care of that, and then I moved on to the kitchen to take care of this little organizational project, which was my medicine cabinet. Since we moved here, it has not really stayed organized the way it did in our old house in Michigan. I had it really nice and organized for several years, and here it just kind of wasn't working for me. So I went on Amazon and I got 2 additional little turntables, these clear ones, and I used those so that I could kind of utilize the space above the microwave better so that we could access those medicines up there without having to get on a step ladder. I was hoping the turntable would work, and this actually ended up working really well, so I'll demonstrate it for you guys after I get it all put together. But it works really well, and I will link the new turntables that I got, as well as all these other clear acrylic containers that I already previously had from the Michigan house. All of this was purchased from Amazon a few years back, other than the 2 new turntables. I just got those this week. So anyway, I will link all that if you guys are interested in that. These acrylic ones, bins, like the slide out drawers, were definitely a splurge for me when I got them, but the 2 large turntables were actually pretty affordable, and they were cheaper than Walmart. They came in a pack of 2 for $20, so it was about $10 a piece, which is what it cost to buy the little small turntables at Walmart. So I was really happy with these, finding these and purchasing them. And they have a little bit of a lip on them, so they keep things from just falling off. So I really like that, and I'm super happy with these. I'm definitely probably going to be going back and getting some more of these for my pantry in the future. I only used one of them, so one of them is going to the pantry for my oil, but I don't quite have my pantry how I want it. I made a video for you guys of me organizing it initially, but I want to live with it for a little bit before I spend any more money on containers, kind of see how we're living in this space, and then go back and get more containers if I need to. So that space definitely needs to be reorganized again. It's not quite fully working. There's a few things that are working great, but like I said, some things now that we've lived in it, I can see are not working very well. So I have a few ideas for in there, but I will show you guys what I'm done with this project. I ended up having a few extra that I didn't need. Once I used this little turntable, it kind of freed up some other bins, so I definitely have a few of those that can go in either the fridge or the pantry. I've kind of been playing around with the idea of using some of these in the fridge as well, just to maximize our space in there. So we shall see. I have, like I said in the last video, a lot of organizational things that need to be done in this house, and I'm kind of just trying to live in this space for a bit before I waste any money, and that is definitely working for me because I am slowly but surely kind of thinking when I go into certain spaces, okay, I could put a container here, and I could use like a slide out drawer here or a turntable there. So that strategy is working so far. It's just going to take me a little bit longer to get the house together, but hopefully I won't waste any money on containers that don't end up getting utilized. You guys can see here I was kind of struggling on how to put some of this in here, but then I realized I actually had some medication that was expired in one of these containers, and so once I condensed that down and threw out the expired stuff, like some bottles with only 2 or 3 pills in it, then I was actually able to get rid of it, a whole another container that ended up being empty. As you guys see there ended up being a turntable and 2 containers that were empty, and all of this medication was expired. One of them wasn't, but I was able to put it back up in the cabinet, and then yeah, I was done with that project. The kitchen is not that bad. I do have some paperwork I need to go through, but I did a lot of stuff yesterday, so today's kind of just a quick tidy day and getting my normal amount of dishes that I have on a regular basis. A lot of times I will do the bulk of the dishes like after dinner at night, but then I kind of like end up adding more dishes to it and not completely getting it done. So just gonna be a little quick tidy in here. I swept and mopped all of my floors yesterday, so do not have to do that today, so that is a bonus.
I won't stay awake till morning. I won't stay another night. If you're feeling something for me, say it now. 'Cause I can't wait for you forever. I can't wait for you forever. 'Cause I can't wait for you forever. Patience, I'm running out of patience. There's gotta be somebody who can save me. Gotta be someone who feels the same. 'Cause I've been all by myself, got nobody else to help ease my mind. I feel so lonely, can't be the only one. No, I can't be the only one, only one, only one, only one, only one, only one. I can't be the only one.
So as you guys can see, I just unloaded the dishwasher and then reloaded it, and we actually just got these nice big double wall clear large glasses or cups, whatever you want to call them. I guess they're glasses with the lid and straws for making iced coffees, and we've been doing that lately here in Texas with the heat. Sometimes on the weekends in the afternoon we want like a coffee, but it's so hot, so we've kind of fallen in love with iced coffees again. We haven't done iced coffees in so long, but whenever I came back from Louisiana, we had gotten an iced coffee at Starbucks, and you guys, it's like, oh my goodness, like what, almost $15 for 2 coffees. It's kind of outrageous. So we've been making them at home, and they're so good, and they're a nice treat. So I think we'll be on a little bit of an iced coffee kick for a little bit here.
Only one, only one, only one, only one, only one, only one. I can't be the only one, only one, only one, only one, only one, only one. Only one, only one, only one, only one, only one, only one. I can't be the only one, only one, only one, only one, only one, only one. 'Cause I've been all by myself, got nobody else to help ease my mind. I feel so lonely, can't be the only one. No, I can't be the only one, only one, only one, only one, only one, only one. I can't be the only one, 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 only one. I can't be the only one, only one, only one, only one, only one, only one. Talking to each other, I know we feel the same about the situation, like we're stuck inside a game. Time to get out of this circle, yeah, we both carry a scar. Let's rewrite the part we're playing, time to cherish who we are. The only thing I ever wanted starts with us taking the chance, not like anything we've done before, yeah. Now it's time for something better, and time for us to follow our dreams. No, we can't stay no more. Come run away, don't be afraid, we'll be okay, and I know it's alright.
So after I did the kitchen, I just needed to do a quick tidy in the living room, a spot vacuum. I needed to vacuum the rug, and then just a little spot vacuum all around. Then I needed to do a quick tidy in the dining room. Like I said, I had swept and mopped the day before, but I just needed to wipe off the table from dinner the night before because I never got back in there to do that.
mixed emotions.
Wanted to do a really quick tidy in the guest bathroom downstairs. I had already cleaned the toilet the day before, but I needed to wipe out the sink and replace the hand towel in there. And then I moved to switch some laundry out and moved upstairs to tidy all of the rooms in the upstairs.
Now it's time for something better, and time for us to follow our dreams. No, we can't stay no more. Come run away, don't be afraid, we'll be okay. And I know it's the right thing to do, let's break away. All colors will fade, let's go our own way. Now's the time to decide what to do, and I'll stand by you.
So I've been avoiding showing the art room because I actually have a video coming of how I got this all set up for the girls with the colorful rug and the IKEA furniture for the table and chairs and all that stuff. So you guys kind of get a sneak peek in this video because I couldn't really avoid showing it because I really needed to clean in there, and I decided just to go ahead and show you guys because you kind of seen a sneak peek of the living room video as well. Both of those like mini makeover videos are coming of the kids art room slash upstairs office. One corner is their art room and one corner is my office, and then also a mini makeover in the living room, which you guys have kind of seen most of that already because the rug and the fireplace were like a big part of it. But definitely stay tuned for those mini makeover videos coming. The bad thing about it taking so long to do these little makeovers is that, you know, if I'm filming, you guys end up seeing them, or I have to avoid those rooms and I can never film cleaning in those rooms. But since this was a whole house tidy clean with me video, I didn't want to skip that room because there was a lot that I needed to do in there as far as tidying it up. But anyway, I say all that to say stay tuned for that makeover video. It's coming. Those usually take me a few months to do because I'll start something and then I'm not quite sure how I want to finish it, or I'm not sure, like I feel like I have to kind of again live in the space and see how it's working before I come up with the rest of it. But you guys will see just a moment. I was just going around and tidying everything in here, and there were so many papers all over the floor the girls had strewn around. They had brought some toys in here. We still had an air up mattress from a friend who came and stayed with us that I had not put away. So yeah, just a quick tidy in there. I didn't finish everything, but just got the majority of the mess kind of organized again in here.
Stepped into my life, such a magic feeling when you tore down my walls. I wish I could go back to right before you told me I'd try to change it all. But look at us now, I could have gone so far. It hurts to realize.
Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope that it motivated you, inspired you to get something done around your house, and I hope you will stay tuned for next week's video. If you are not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you are notified when I upload next week, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.
We're like strangers again.